Holy cow. I saw that, Jonathan. We got Jonathan Gallup sighting. Nice. Jason's on here. Carrie. Perfect. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Grab a drink. Use the restroom. We got 5 before we start.
Ajá.
Que mañana no va a ser.
Look at that. That's funny. That's funny. So I just found out you guys couldn't hear. You couldn't hear any of those, different videos. So I apologize. Technical difficulties on this hump day. Happy April Fool's Day, everyone. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. You got me pinged? Okay, look at that. Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Welcome. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Thomas. Look at this. This is gonna be a party, guys. I'm excited. Excited. So I got that Hawaiian shirt on today. Okay. April showers bring May flowers. So hopefully, whatever city you guys are in, you've got a warm, beautiful day. And just as a reminder, for those who have joined our town hall before, and this is for new people as well, this is a Google meeting on purpose. So we do this just so that we can see you. We can get to know you. You can see us and our team. It's easier for more people to join. Okay, we want to have this interactive. Now, when I say that, please hold your questions till the end, but feel free to type them in the chat as we go through this, because we want to make sure we're answering all of your questions. We've got some amazing things we're going to roll out today. For those of you who have not met me and haven't had a chance to hang out with me at an event or a show, my name is Matt Proctor. I am the National Sales Director for KwickPOS. Okay, very good friends with Ming and Tom, and have been for years. We've got a phenomenal staff here to take care of you, and we continue to grow. Okay? Hopefully, you guys know we're a family-run operation right here in Houston, Texas. It's a beautiful day down here in southern Texas, and the showers have happened, guys. Just like I saw one of you type. It's what's nice about down here in many of these southern states. We'll get like 20 minutes of showers, and then it's gone. And then we'll get 20 minutes later, and then it's gone. It's not like Indiana, where, yes, guys, I might look like I'm from Jersey living in Florida, but I sound like a Hoosier because I am a Hoosier, right? People think I'm from Alabama, but I promise I'm a Midwesterner through and through. But now I get to come down and live in Texas all the time. So we're going to go through a few highlights today, guys. Some new items that are coming. We've got some phenomenal promotions for quarter two. Okay, we've got some limited time offers as well, and we're going to dive deep into some software updates. It's nice having your development team all in-house and everything running here at Houston. We can develop new softwares and updates much faster than other point-of-sale companies. Okay, with that being said, please feel free, raise your hand if you got a question at the end. We're going to open it up for all Q&A. Okay, if you can't remember it, type it in the chat. And when we do the Q&A, we'd love for you to turn your camera on. Okay, that way we can put a face to the name. So many familiar names here, but we'd love to be able to actually chat with you one-on-one. All right. With that being said, let's go through the highlights today. Are you still seeing my screen, Kelly? You guys see my screen? Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about hardware reprogramming. This is a game changer, guys. Hey, how you can utilize different hardwares like our competitors. Toast, spot on. Hey, we're going to go through our nail salon system and how much that has really developed more just in the past month. Hey, we're going to go through our quick spot feature, phenomenal for pizzerias. Then we'll get into our promotions as well as everything that's upcoming. Okay, so we've got all kinds of new things that we're always working on. So first off, guys, let's talk about hardware reprogramming. I've had tons of people approach me and ask me questions about this. And when they find out that we can reprogram toast and spot on hardware, it's a game changer. Okay. So when we go through reprogramming, hold on, let me move this. There we go. So obviously, guys, this can save your merchants a ton of money, especially when, let's say, they're getting to the end of that 2 or 3 year contract to spot on. They got everything for free. So last thing they want is to have to switch, and they're paying $1,000 for hardware. Okay, so we're saving them money. We're getting started faster. I mean, it's easier. They don't have to sit and wait for us to ship everything, and it helps you guys close these deals much faster. So let's talk about what this means, guys. All right. So we want to make sure that the stations aren't locked. Most softwares are not at all. I used to actually think they were, okay, but most are not. Clover is the one, no matter what, you guys already know this, probably most of you have sold Clover at some point in your careers, that yes, it's encrypted, it's locked, it's built by them, okay? But as long as we can get to a browser, that means we can operate on all other systems, Windows, Linux, Android, iOS, okay? We want to confirm the compatibility with our team, okay? We want to make sure we got good internet. And then when it comes to the payment devices, we'll talk about that, because sometimes we can work with existing payment devices. Sometimes it's just better to get them from us and get new devices encrypted. Okay. So how do we test for that, guys? If you're there on site and they say, okay, I've had this old Mint POS, I've got this Talic cluster, digital dining, you name it. Hey, we paid a bunch of money. We don't want to move on. Well, first, obviously, make sure you're connected to the internet. Make sure you can open up a browser. If you can open up a browser, we can reprogram. That is very important for you guys to remember, okay? If we can get to KwickPOS.com, we 100% can work with that hardware, okay? When it comes to printers, Epson's what we prefer, but that doesn't mean we can't work with Star printers. Okay? It doesn't mean we can't work with different printers. We want you to be able to take a picture of it. We want to know what the make and model is. Half the time we've already worked with it before, guys. Okay. So printers, stations, these things are easy. Now, I mentioned credit card terminals. So if we can have it released and we can get the serial number, absolutely, we'll be able to work with it. Okay, whether it's PAX, Deja Vu is new. We just integrated to Sunme as well. So we just need to know what it is. And once again, this is if you feel comfortable with that, and if the merchant does want to stick with that same terminal. If not, let's get them something new. Let's get them a MagTech. Let's get them a brand new A35 pin pad. Okay, so we have all of our own terminals right in the house that we're happy to encrypt and okay. Actually, I've been doing that a lot with Toast merchants where we use their hardware, their printers, everything, but we just send out new payment terminals, make it smooth. Okay. So if you have questions, guys, we have a whole team. That's what we're here for. Okay. Take pictures of it. We just had one of our amazing partners with the POS office that just asked us about Square hardware. And the first thing she did was boom, send over pictures. And we're like, great, those are iPads. Absolutely. We can reprogram. Okay, so please reach out to our team for any questions you have on this. Get that brand, make, model, and get a picture taken. Don't ever promise a business owner right away. Just say, hey, you know what? We're going to confirm that. I'm almost positive we can work with it, but let me go ahead and get that information so I can check with my Kwik team. Okay, so, and I know you guys can probably have some questions about that, but currently we have already been reprogramming Toast. We have already reprogrammed Spot On. I've got 3 Mint accounts we're getting ready to reprogram. I've got a cluster account we're going to reprogram. A lot of these softwares, guys, are just Windows. That's it. They're Windows or they're Linux or they're iOS only. Okay, like they've been using Lavu, you know, for however many years, and they don't want to buy new iPads. Awesome. We work with iPads and Android. So feel free, ask questions about that, guys, because that's a game changer. You're not going to walk into other point of sale companies that will be able to say that they can do that type of reprogram. Now, let's dive deep into our nail salon system, okay? Because well, I'll get to it. The promotion we have is just ridiculous. So we've been developing and adding more and more and more to our salon system technology, guys, not just for nail salons, but to enhance it for all salons. Okay, so think of scheduling, being able to have a full scheduling system, being able to have self-check-in tablets, online booking, service commission management. That's huge, guys. Knowing that there's different commissions, okay, for employees, there's commissions for products, okay, based off tipping. Being able to combine the services and bill, that is not a native thing to regular software. Okay, I can name off the top of my head 24 POS systems that can't do that. What I mean by that is that myself and Kelly and Rain, we can go get mani-pedis or whatever we want done, and we have 3 separate stylists. Okay, we each want a tip, our certain amount, but then at the end, I want to pay for everything. So we can actually have 3 different services, different tips going to those different stylists, combine it all together for one payment and still be able to handle those tips. Okay, that right there is a game changer. Being able to have staff rotation. If you've been to a busy nail salon, that is very, very important. They need to know who's up next, how we keep that rotation. We've added, oops, I clicked ahead. We've added employee scheduling. That's another big thing, guys, where I can actually schedule my employees for the salon. I can shoot an email out and let them know when they're scheduling. We don't have the SMS yet, but that's something we're working on. Okay, and feel free to let us know suggestions, guys. So I just made a whole list the other day of different salon features that I know we need to have, and I sent that right over to our dev team. And they're working on adding in every little thing right now. Okay, so this is actively growing, which is phenomenal. Thomas, I'll throw out a yes to you right there as far as scheduling in the main system. John, that's a good question. Yes, it's being recorded. All right, so when it comes to the calendar, guys, and scheduling, so right now we're looking at the database, what it's going to look like. Okay, I can have a pop out that's popped out right on the left there. When I double click, I click on there. Hold on, Jacob, I'll get that. I click right on there, and now I can pop up all my services. I can assign that to whoever I want to assign it to. Okay, they can add to that at any time so that the staff can upsell. So they're there, they're getting the, I don't know, I had the nails done once, and they want to upgrade to a paraffin wax, whatever it is called. Then yes, at any point I can do that. I can have timing scheduled on this. This is a big deal, especially in the nail salon space where they want to make sure that they're getting enough people in there at the right time. And they have a certain time frame where they want to make sure everyone gets in. Okay, so these are all just game changers. Here's a good example of the pop out. Okay, right here on the side, I can choose what the service is. I can make a future reservation. I can put in their phone number, their name. They're locked in the system. When they come in to check in, they'll be able to do that instantly, and I can get alerted that they're there. We are currently working on an app. So I'll answer that question now for anyone who wants to ask that. That is currently in development to be able to have an app available for the stylist, for the owner. Okay, this staff rotation is phenomenal. Okay, you can schedule this out where they have a turn tool of who's coming up next. I can set my rotation for that day so that I know exactly it's getting as equal as possible. And this is for these busy nail salons. We all know what they're like. Okay, they're cranking people out. Okay, employee reports and commission reports. This is very, very important. Okay, so not only commissions on products. Okay, so let's say I brought in this new line of nail polish, and I want my staff to really push it. So I'm going to give them a higher commission on just that product line. So I can do it on the product line. I can do it per person. So now my assistant manager, maybe I give a higher commission rate, okay, because they're not making the tips that my staff is. So they're definitely trying to upsell and push things. So we can do it per person, per product. Once again, you won't see that with a lot of softwares. Okay, this is where we get into the employee scheduling. Okay, you can see this right now with the employee scheduling. And this is where I can shoot out the email when I update the schedule with what everyone has. Thank you, Jeremy. If you can answer some questions that are coming in, that'd be great. I know you guys have a lot of questions about the nail salon. We've been actively demoing this. Okay, so we've had demos every week for nail salon demos. All right. I think we have one this afternoon with one of our great partners with Ace Payments. So this is something as we're continuing to develop, we are adding new features left and right. Now, here's the exciting part, guys. Because we know this is new and this is what we are building out, and we have the full Vietnamese support, the Mandarin support, the Spanish support, English support, what we're doing is a pilot program. And what that means for you guys, and this is very limited, right, on how many we're going to be doing this with, but you want to get in right now. Anyone who's on this town hall, you are the first to hear this. We are doing the first 3 months of free SaaS fee. Okay, zero. They will pay zero for the first 3 months. Okay, we are giving them an extra discount on the 19-inch bundle, which is really the best way to view the scheduling. Okay, if they don't want something that big or they're limited on space, obviously, guys, we can use the Mint, we can use iPad, we can use different hardware. But this is just for this pilot program. If they want that nice big screen with the cash drawer, receipt printer, credit card reader, absolutely, we're going to take care of them. If they're part of this pilot program, then they're locked into 50% off the SaaS for a lifetime. That's ridiculous, guys. You're not going to find that anywhere else. Guess what? The salon software SaaS fee is only $60. So if they're part of this program, they're going to be locked into $30 a month for life. I mean, that's ridiculous. You're not going to find that with any other salon software. So now is the time to try this out, to get in here, guys. We want to really push this hard. And as of right now, this pilot program, we're only doing this for Q2. Okay, so we're talking April, May, June. Now is the time. Let's get demos done. Let's show them what it looks like. Let them know that, hey, we are going to continue to add features with you. People like that. Okay? They like that. All right, so all they're doing is it's a one-time payment for the hardware. All right, depending on what company you work with, the company might help you with that. And then it's 0 SaaS for 3 months, $30 a month after that. They're locked in for life. After this promotion's done, they'll be regular $60 a month, which I'm sorry, guys, that's still a really good SaaS fee for a salon software. I know other salon softwares that can be upwards of $150 to $200 a month. All right, so $60 is already okay. Save your questions. I know I've seen tons of them coming through, which I love. I love. Okay, so now this is something we kind of highlighted on a little bit in our last town hall. So what we want to talk about is this quick spot feature. Okay? And what this is, guys, is an app that we've developed that they can utilize for Android or iOS, Apple, where this is for delivery drivers. Okay, this is when we have that competition against these softwares that they want to see that map. They want to see where their guys are going. Absolutely, we do too, and we have that now where they can download the app from the actual mapping system or from the ordering and the payment screen. So when they're taking these orders, they can assign the different drivers. They can see where the drivers are on the app. It gets loaded their app immediately. Okay? When they deliver, they can tap on the app showing that's delivered. They now can see if their driver is actually delivering to where they're supposed to go if they stopped at their buddy's house to smoke a joint. All right, that might not be a good example because it's legal in half the freaking states now, but just saying, they can see where their guys are going. This was really highly requested from some of our great partners. So we put this up on the top of the list as development, and we're continuing to add, guys. Remember, even the way it is now, we're going to find other ways to tweak it and make it even better. Okay, more alerts. Right? Our dev team's always working on that. All right, but right now, this is already in place. So we want to make sure that we are getting full transparency for our delivery drivers. Okay, so think of pizzerias, taquerias, anywhere where they want to handle that in-house. They don't want to pay 20, 30% for DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats. Okay, we want to keep that money in their pocket, as you guys know. Okay, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Okay, new promotions. And when I say promotions, guys, this is going to go for all of Q2. So the next 3 months, this is going to apply to every company on this call right now. Okay. So regular open box bundle, 19-inch is $10.99. Now you notice this is a difference, $100 different from the pilot. The pilot with the salons is getting this for $100 less. Okay, we still have 19-inch screens. We still have a ton of them. They're not going to be here forever, guys. So when these 19-inch are gone, they're gone. We can only go back to the regular 15-inch screens, and they can do a customer display. Okay. Pricing with the ACT 15-inch bundle. It's a slick-looking piece of hardware, guys. $12.88 for a full bundle. That's ridiculous when you look at our competition and what they're charging for this type of hardware. Okay. If they want the customer-facing display, and yes, that is an interactive customer-facing display. Okay? That's a huge selling point, guys. If you're not already doing it, is talking about how they can have advertisements on there. It can show both prices on there. It can sign and tip on screen. This is huge for QSRs. Okay, so your quick service environment, they got a drive-through or whatever it might be. You can absolutely utilize that customer-facing display. And remember, guys, all this hardware works together. So they can do a customer-facing display here, an iPad station here, a line buster handheld. They all talk to each other. It doesn't matter. We'll put together any hardware they want. Okay. The Mint Station. A lot of you have seen this before, and we've rolled this out. The Mint Station is black only now in color. We cannot do that in white, so keep that in mind. It will look just like this as far as the hardware, but it is very sleek. You hit the button on the side, the screen flips over, they can sign on screen. It's got a printer built in. We do these for food trucks. It can go for the salon. Or if they just say, you know what, we have a small footprint, small counter space, and we're good with either this or an iPad, Android, iPad, whatever it might be. Okay, $1,000. That's a phenomenal price when you compare different hardwares. All right, kitchen displays. We've talked about this in the past, but I want to make sure everyone is very clear on our kitchen displays and how they work right now. We have 15-inch or we have 20-inch. That's the first thing we want to ask them when we're done with the demo is, what are we looking at space? Okay, we got that wall mount that's coming with it. Price point changes too. Like I just did a demo the other day for a gentleman, and we got talking to KDS, and he's like, yeah, instead of just a kitchen printer, I would like a KDS, but let's just do a 15-inch. That's what I got room for, and then I still want a kitchen printer. Awesome. It's only $500. Okay, where in the past you could see prices of $1,200 to $2,000 for some places that have KDS screens. Being able to text when their order's ready from the KDS guys, that's huge. Being able to bump to multiple KDS screens. Remember, these are all touchscreen. Okay, so that's a huge advantage if that's something they want to get into. Now, on top of all that, I'll do my Billy May here, but wait, there's more. On top of those promotions, we are offering 20% off of everything else. Okay, and it says right on the bottom, guys, it can't be combined with the other promotion. So what I mean by that is, let's say they want the Duo station, okay, or they want 3 handhelds, okay, 3 handhelds, an iPad station, and something else. It's going to be 20% off, okay? It's just these few items that if they're getting that 1288 bundle, then no, they're not going to get another 20% off that. But they want to do 3 handhelds, 100%. They're going to get 20% off the handhelds, okay? So that's very important. I want to make sure we're very clear with that. Okay. My staff knows that as well. When they're putting together quotes for you, they're going to do the calculation right on the bottom for what the 20% is going to apply to. Okay. And yes, gift cards are considered hardware, guys. Okay. So there's a lot of ways you can really take advantage of this. All right. So this is a really big promotion going for Q2. Okay, and then everyone's asking us all the time, what's coming up? What do we got going other than more cool Hawaiian shirts? Tap to pay, no more extra devices. Man, this is going to be huge. And just a little teaser here, we're working out kind of a partnership with Samsung and some new handhelds, but not having to have any separate device, being able to tap on screen. I don't care if it's your phone. I don't care if it's my debit card, my credit card. Being able to effectively take that and be PCI compliant and being able to work is huge. Okay. And this is what Tom's been actively working on. Our whole team has been working on. No need for those external card readers. We're working on this so that it can also work on our other devices. Not just something, let's say, order pay at the table, but maybe that customer facing display. Okay? Some other screen, any other screen where I'm just quickly, that's what everyone can do now. Even the baby boomers that don't even know what you're talking about, you can literally move their hand and say, look, you could do this. And tap on the screen and it just pays. So that is something that has been actively in development, and we're excited for when that's going to be released. Now, this is one that I used to ask about years ago, and it's finally here. Oh. Inventory management and matrix level ingredient inventory. So let me explain for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Item level inventory is normal. Any point of sale system can do that. We can do that extremely well. And what I mean by that is, obviously I can run and see what my top 10 selling items are. I can see I rang up 17 Jack and Cokes. That's normal with any point of sale. What I mean by matrix level ingredient inventory is I want to deduct 1.25 ounces of Jack Daniels out of my inventory every time I ring up a Jack and Coke. So that means I know that I went through 1 full liter bottle, because if your bartenders know what they're doing, they should get 17 drinks, Jack and Cokes, out of a 1 liter bottle. Okay, so that's helping manage the software. They're putting in these recipes so that we can pull product at the recipe level, okay, from their stock. Now, with that being said, and the reason this is not released is because we're still adding to it. Okay, as of right now, we don't have recipe level at the modifier, okay, we're breaking down those modifiers right now. Okay, so Vlad, that's a great question. That's what we're doing right now, is not only the regular stock of items, but we have to make sure the modifiers are all accounted for. I need to be able to have an ounce of cheese come out for my cheeseburger. Okay, so we just did a little training on this last week, and it's looking great. I mean, you can put recipes in on all the items. It's just adding a recipe for a modifier is something that we're working on. Okay, so that's why we have this in the up and coming things. I just want to get this on everyone's radar, that if you do have a merchant and they say, well, you know, I pay for Restaurant 365 because that does my inventory, and you know, chef likes to put in his whatever, his recipes and things in. Awesome. This is what we're developing right now, so they don't have to have a third party. Okay, they can utilize our software and have one more thing that's combined. Okay, remember, guys, we're not about selling a point of sale system. We're about selling solutions. Okay, the more you can think like that, the better. It's how are we helping them run their business with one solution instead of having all these third parties that they need. That's why we added advanced loyalty. Okay, that's why we're looking into payroll integrations. We're looking at employees because we want to have everything under one roof for you guys. Okay, so this is very exciting. Obviously, you can tell I'm excited about it because I spent almost 20 years running restaurants, and guess what? This is very important when I'm checking my food cost and my liquor, beer, wine cost. Okay, deja vus. We've already done all of the certifications, everything. Deja vu, P1, P8. The P line is the #1 line right now, guys. We want to actively test this. I've got some of our friends that sell with EPX that we're going to hopefully deploy these to their location. I'm looking for TSYS as well as Fiserv. So feel free, reach out, guys. These Deja Vu terminals are great. We just want to make sure we have it in a live environment. And get these out in the market. So if you already have Quick merchants with us, absolutely we'll do it. Or I know some people on the call that have some new merchants that are coming on board, and you guys are totally fine with starting with the Deja Vu, which is great. We can even send you backup, guys. If for some reason you're nervous about this, I don't care. We'll send you some packs too. But these are really great devices, okay, that we're working on. All right. Look at that. With that being said, guys, now's the fun part. Okay, now is the fun part. And by the way, guys, if you haven't already, please follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram. We got a bunch of YouTube stuff that's coming out. You know, we would love that. We'd really appreciate if you guys had a chance to do that. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing now and open this back up so that I can actually see people. There we go. There we go. Justin. How are you, sir? Question.
I am great. How are you guys?
Good, man. Happy hump day. Happy April Fools.
That's right. I know you were talking about reprogramming equipment. We have probably 4, 5, 6 iPads that were used on a Lavu system. It does say property of Lavu if you go to settings, but we can get a web browser. You have any input on what we could do or not do with that?
They're always going to say property of, brother. That's okay. That doesn't mean that we can't absolutely use it. You know, just like Toast. Unfortunately, it's still going to say Toast on the front of that darn terminal, but that doesn't mean it's not KwickPOS software running on it.
Good deal.
But yeah, they just use regular iPads. That's it. If it's a standard Apple iPad, that's right in our wheelhouse.
Good deal. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Good question. All right, what other questions we got in the chat? You guys have been typing in all kinds of good stuff. And feel free, guys, this is the time. Okay, raise your hands. You got a question. Kathy, you got a question. What do you got?
Yes, with the Square, you had mentioned that some of the Square iPads, but if it does have the Square, same as Justin's question, can those be
only if
adapted?
It's the Apple iPad, like an iPad Square. If it's the Square Station, then no, that's like Clover. They have that lock. So it really just comes down. That's when you want to take that picture and find out if it's the Apple product they're using it or if it's their actual Square unit that they've been sending out.
Okay. And then the other question I have is when you were saying that the inventory that's coming soon or hopefully soon.
Absolutely. So it's already in the works. It's just we don't want to release it yet until we get some kinks worked out.
Will existing clients be able to have that adapted into their software, or will that just automatically go in?
Well, we always leave it up to them. We don't ever want to force merchants into a new upgrade, but it'll be available, yes, for all merchants.
With an extra cost type of
We're working
setup,
on that
or-
right now, Kathy, because of how detailed it is. I mean, it is an extra cost with any company out there. We're just finalizing what that's going to be. We want to make sure that we're lower than the competition.
Perfect. Okay,
Will
thank
be a
you.
monthly.
Exciting.
It's honestly, Kathy, it's something we want to discuss with the merchant first because it is a really big lift on their part. I mean, it's a lot of, they have to have a recipe for every single thing if they actually want to utilize it the right way. And I know this personally because I've purchased Aloha's. This is dating me. 25 years ago, I purchased the ingredient inventory for $2,500 with Aloha, and it was a nightmare with a existing restaurant that was already open to get all that in there. If they're just opening up and it's a brand new restaurant, it's much easier. If they just want to do it for the bar to control their liquor costs, that's much easier. So we want to have these conversations with them so that they're not in the dark once they get it.
I do have one more question. I don't mean to grab onto
This is
everybody,
it,
but
Kathy. You're only allowed one more.
okay, with Spot On or Toast during that process of reconfiguring the restaurants down, I mean, how does that look time wise for them?
And that's really a case by case. I mean, if they can at least shut down, for a certain, amount of time, whether it's a half a day, whether it's a day, obviously it's much faster than us having to plug in all new hardware. It's already there. It's connected to Ethernet lines. It's really more of testing, training their staff on our software and plugging in the new credit card terminals if we can't use the existing. So it is a much faster process, but it's just working with our team to schedule out that timing.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem. Jason, I saw yours. Hey, what's up? What you got, bud? Good to see you.
No, you can't see me. I don't know how to turn it on.
No, I know, but I'm saying, we've
Nice
worked
shirt,
together.
by the way,
Cool.
and I'm sorry that you're from the Midwest like myself. 2 questions for you. The first, in regards to reprogramming software for nail salons. What I've seen in the marketplace for years, it sounds great in theory, but when you get to the terminal itself, the encryption for pin-based debit, EBT, I assume we're looking at different rural areas, different markets for that. How you stated web browser, yes, but how do we know, can we re-encrypt the current equipment they have? Or is it more time effective to just send out new equipment?
You want my personal feedback, Jason?
Send out new
As-
equipment.
As far as EMV equipment, I would never reprogram someone's actual credit card devices. I would always get new. When it comes to obviously the browser, printers, cash drawers, those type of things, KDS screen, sure,
Okay.
that's easy. I would use it, but I would always err on the side of caution for speed, and I would have our team just deploy new terminals.
I would actually agree with you. Okay.
Yeah, Jason, I
No
didn't know that slide was on there until today. It's about
No,
the EMV, and I left it on there.
I thought that would be the answer, but I thought I'd ask it anyways. Secondly, I'm not opening myself personally. I have a chain of coffee stores that are opening 2, 3, 4 locations a month.
Nice.
I believe it's called KwickPay for delivery. Is that what you guys call it? Sorry,
you're talking
my phone rang
Quick
when you were
spot.
talking about it. Yes,
Go ahead,
Rain, can you send me all the information on that?
I believe it's Quick Spot that we were talking about.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
with the
Sorry,
drivers,
something like
absolutely,
Steve on
Jason.
the chair, man.
Yeah, we'll absolutely send you the information on. Thank you, Rain.
Okay, no problem. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too. All right, our friends over at RX Retail. Hold on, Carol. I'll get to you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Quick question. Now, are you guys looking into rewards maybe we do have something on rewards, but to make it easy to collect customers' phone number with a customer display and send text messages for recurring promotions, discounts. How's that? How's that working?
We've already got it. We've already got it. So we can have QR codes that can scan to join the loyalty program. They could do it right there at the customer facing display. They could do it, the reps, add them in. They only need to be in one time. And then they can also do SMS marketing campaigns, for what promotions we have coming up, if it's their birthday month. So yeah, we've got that with our advanced loyalty. And we want to talk about that in demo.
Autopilot? Is that an autopilot?
Yeah, it's ready to rock, man.
Okay, cool. How about AI? Anything going with AI?
Yep, we're looking into a few different AI things right now. One of the main ones being AI driver optimization, and that kind of coincides with that QuickSpot app that we were talking about. And that's something that our development team is looking into now on how we can utilize that better and be able to quickly, hit a button and optimize the route. So there's a few things that we're looking at. That just means you're going to have to join the next town hall, bud.
Yeah, we actually have a AA call order, like pickup order. We are testing right now.
See, there you go. Ming, thank you so much for joining.
Pickup order. So Slice, I don't know if you guys know, but Slice has been pushing customers to switch to their POS. I lost a couple of customers to Slice recently, and they also are offering to take their orders over the phone. Basically,
the AI voice ordering.
Yeah, I don't know if they do it through AI or through a dedicated agent, but they take orders from customers and they send orders through the POS. So basically, they don't have to have anybody in the store for orders. And and
we've actually met with a few companies that already have something like that, and Ming and I have talked to them. So that's something we're definitely looking into because that is a need that people are asking for. And yes, it is a rollover. It is an AI bot, and they do learn the menu. I mean, it's impressive. It's something that we're looking into. We're definitely not shutting any doors. We're open to look at where the needs are. So
cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, Carrie Miller, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Great. Happy Wednesday. What do you got, Carrie?
So a couple things. One, so to do the tap and pay, like on phones, so like EPX is only certified on Android. For like Payments Hub. So, and the phone has to have the NFC. You can turn on and off. So how would like an iPad have the NFC on that?
That's what we're working on now. So we have a company that we've been certified with and work with who already is certified through EPX to be able to do the tap and pay on our devices. But Apple's been behind on that. So right now it's Android that is it. And so,
Right.
and that's why we're looking at, partnerships for Android devices, like our partnership that we're talking to Samsung, and so that we don't have to be limited to iPads, just for like an order at the table, pay at the table.
Right. So if someone has hardware right now with you guys that's on EPX, they can't do the tap to pay on that iPad 8-inch iPad.
Not at this time.
Right, because EPX isn't. But TSYS is the TSYS platform cleared on that?
That's
Not on any
not available.
platform.
It's not available yet. That's what they're working on. TSYS is next.
Okay, and then and Clover. When you said before with Clover, Clover, if it was from Serve, which those ones are all unlocked. They can be reused.
Oh, I didn't know that. So through EPI and Serve, they're using unlocked.
Yeah. Those are all unlocked. Because I've had customers take them from customer to customer and sell them to each other.
Right, but it still has to be used with Clover software, though, right? I don't think you can get in and change the actual software. It just can go from customer to customer.
Yeah. I think. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've never tried, but I thought someone else said that they've done something on it. And that delivery app that you're talking about. So typically it was Google, whatever that was, Google Maps or something like that, right?
Yep.
And then so now is it Google Maps enhanced or is it something different? So like a taxi company, they use their own thing to track their, their drivers. Is it something like that? It's a special app. I know you're saying something about an app.
That's a question that probably above me. That's more for our developers, Gary, because as far as I
Okay.
know, it's just using the Google and the Google map.
Okay. Okay.
But I can get you an answer on that if I have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
takeaway.
No.
I knew you were going to test me, Carrie, on something.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Let's see here. I thought I wrote something else down.
That's okay. Well, and you just text me, Carrie,
Yeah.
offline or
Yeah.
anything else.
So
So-
then anything new. So,
So, Carrie, you need to take
Oh.
advantage of that pilot, that salon pilot. That's a heck of a deal.
yeah, definitely. Definitely look into that. And that's, for all platforms, like, whatever. Or is that EPX platforms?
It's all platforms.
All platforms. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
every company on this call. So everyone on the call are all different partners with us.
Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
So Fiserv, TSYS, EPX, we're here for everybody.
Great. All right. Thanks.
No problem. Great questions, guys. Okay, I was told that I have to keep it to about 45 minutes today because I talk way too much. So we're looking good. We're hitting the time right now. And guys, please feel free to continually reach out to us. Reach out to me directly. Reach out to your BD. We want to help get these questions answered. We want to be able to schedule these demos for you, help your merchants out. Like I said before, it's not just a point of sale anymore, guys. It's about how we're getting solutions for their business. How can we get more foot traffic, more butts and seats, as we say? And that's really how we want to target our merchants and talk to them. Okay? We're not just the same old system walking in there. We want to talk about things that they've never even thought about to help grow their business. Any other questions, guys? I see Thomas typed one, but hopefully someone on my team is quickly answering that. That's Toshi. What you got? No question.
He may be muted.
Yeah, you're muted. Okay. Well, please. Oh, there he is. Toshi.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you now.
Oh, sorry. Okay. When Quick reprogram to the Toast POS, is it limited to case where they have a purchase it? Right? Is that correct?
Right. Where they own the hardware. It's not a spot where they have to give it back. Then they're going to get in some lawsuit with Toast. It's when they've already own it.
I mean, you cannot reprogram if the merchant leasing.
It's a case by case basis. If they're leasing from a third party leasing company, they're just paying for that hardware over the long run, and it's still the software can be used. But like I said, every case is going to be a different use case that we're going to run into.
Have you reprogrammed the Toast before?
Yeah, we've already had we have some merchants some reps that just come to us to switch Toast.
Okay, great, cool, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Great question. So, all right, guys. Well, I've gone over my time. You guys have been great today. Amazing questions. Keep an eye out for our next town hall. We'll most likely stick to that first Wednesday in May. And every single month, guys, we're going to have new things coming up. We're going to have new developments that we're working on. And we want to keep you up to date all the time with what's happening. Please come and see us if you get a chance. We will be at the National Restaurant Association show in Chicago mid-May, and then we'll be headed down to sunny Miami. So if you guys get a chance to travel to any of these shows, if we're going to be in your neighborhood, please let us know. We want to see you in person. We want to take you to dinner, have a good time, and help you grow your business. So, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll have this recording as well as the slide deck available for all. please let me know if you have any questions. Bye, guys. I appreciate everyone.
Thank you. Very good.
you.
I think there's
Thank you.
Thomas.
Thank you,
now.
Take care.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Did anybody ask the Thomas questions?
Wow, so nice. Good job, guys. Hey, can you open that one, the recommendation letter? See, what is that? Yeah, I